भक्तिः गुरुमेव भजे गुरुनैव सहास्मि नमो गुरवे न गुरोः परमं शिशुरस्मि गुरोः मतिरस्ति गुरौ मम पाहि गुरौ ब्रवीमि संस्कृतं वाचा ध्यायामि संस्कृतं हृदा कुर्वे सेवाञ्च कायेन वन्दे संस्कृतमातरम् यो नरः संस्कृतव्योम्नि ह्यालयं रमते मुदा संस्कृतिं चैव संस्कारं विन्दते नात्र संशयः। Ram 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 Sarvebhyaha. Welcome to the first class of Experience Shri Ganesha by understanding the meaning of Ashtottara Shatanama. This is a third course of Ashtottara Shatanama Vali series. We have successfully completed Adi Shankaracharya Ashtottara meaning and Krishna Ashtottara meaning. Now we are heading towards Ganesha as the Ganesha Chaturthi is in upcoming days. So I welcome each and everyone for this course. This course will be from Monday to Friday on all the 5 days of this week on at the time 6:30 to 8 o'clock in the morning. Without any wasting time, I'm going to introduce the teacher. Teacher of this course is Dr. Vinayak Rajat Bhat. Sir is an upasaka of Sri Mahaganapati, and he himself ardent devotee of Ganesha. So he has successfully completed Learn to Chant Ganesha Sahasranama Stotra from our portal through Vyoma. He has amazingly done that course. You can always go and check in your portal. It is available. All the video recordings are available. And he has more than 10 years of experience in teaching various fields like Vyakarna, Jyotishya, Ayurveda, and Arthashastra, etc. Presently, he is working as an associate professor in Center of IKS, Indian Knowledge System, in Chanakya University. So, I would like to welcome you to the course, sir. Dhanyavadaha. Over to you, sir. You can start the class. Ram Ram Ram.
अगजानन पद्मार्कं गजानन महर्निशम् अनेकदन्तं भक्तानाम् एकदन्तम् उपास्महे सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् नमः सर्वेभ्यः. First of all, I would like to thank Lord Vakratunda for giving me this platform where I can express my bhakti towards him through explaining the meaning of Lord Ganesha to all the participants and all the devotees, bhaktas who are present here. Also, I would like to thank Vyoma for becoming the medium of Lord Ganesha. Like Krishna says, Nimitta matram bhave savyasachin. So, if Lord Ganesha wants somebody to be explaining him, then there should be some medium to reach that person. So Vyoma has always been a very generous mean who has always thought that I can present something in front of the devotees of Lord Ganesha. There are many great devotees. I am just a small squirrel in front of them. But still, I will try my best to the extent which I have understood the Lord Ganesha to explain his names to all of you. So we will begin. We'll begin with one of the very beautiful verses as a prarthana for Lord Ganesha. I will chant that verse. Maybe in future you can learn that. We are not going to learn that verse now because our major goal is to understand the names of Ashtottara Shata. जेतुं यस्त्रिपुरं हरेण हरिणा व्याजाद् बलिं बध्नता स्रष्टुं वारि भवोद्भुवेन भुवनं शेषेण धर्तुं धराम् पार्वत्या महिषासुरप्रमथने सिद्धाधिपैः सिद्धये ध्यातः पञ्चशरेण विश्वजितये पायात् स नागाननः. So this verse says, Jetum yas Tripuram Harena. Harena means Shiva. When Shiva wanted to conquer that Tripura, there is one beautiful story behind that. That Shiva wanted to conquer that Tripura, which was actually under the control of Tripurasura. So at that time, when he was unable to do that, unable to conquer the Tripurasura, he prayed Lord Vakratunda, Lord Ganesha, and he got that power to conquer that Tripura. Harina Vyajad Balim Badhnata. When Hari wanted to uh, try the Bali, he also prayed Lord Vakratunda, Lord Ganesha. Srashtum Vari Bhavodbhuvena Bhuvanam. When Brahma wanted to create this world, he prayed Lord Ganesha. Sheshena Dhartum Dharam. It is believed that Shesha holds this whole Prithvi, whole earth. So to hold that Prithvi, you need lot of power, and that power is given by Lord Ganesha. Parvatya Mahishasura Pramathane. When Parvati wanted to kill the Mahishasura, she also took the help of Lord Ganesha by praying him. Siddhadipai Siddhaye. The yogis, the Siddhas, when they wanted to gain the Siddhi, they took the help of Lord Ganesha. Dhyatah Panchasharena Vishwajitaye Payat Sanagananaha. Dhyatah Panchasharena. Manmatha, when he wanted to win over the world, to spread the love among the people, he also took the help of Lord Ganesha. Let that Ganesha, who is the head of the Naga, Naga does not only mean the Sarpa, it also means the elephant. So let that elephant-headed God protect all of us. This is what the meaning of this verse is. I will chant this verse again. Jetum yastripuram harena harina vyajad balim badhnata srashtum vari bhavodbhuvena bhuvanam sheshena dhartum dharam parvatya mahishasura pramathane siddhadhipai siddhaye dhyatah panchasharena vishwajitaye payat sanagananaha. Let that Lord with the head of elephant protect all of us who have joined and who are not here, whole of the world. Let he protect that from all the problems and all the hatreds which is spreading over. Now, when we read this Ashtottara Shata, there are 108 names. These names, you will not find that these names are same everywhere. So these names means as in Sahasranama Stotra, names can come from anywhere. It's a love towards the God. When we call our child, when some child is there at home, there are different names from which we try to call that child. Puttu, Pinky, Papu. So there are some different names. Bujji in Telugu, if we say Bujji. So there are different ways through which we call the God, call the babies. Similarly, we saw that relationship with the God. So we call him with different names. So now when we see 108 names, in South India, we'll find different 108 names. If we go to North India, we'll get different 108 names. Maybe even in South India too. In India, different parts of India, there will be different 108 names. So where this confusion was there among us also, which 108 name we should take. So one of the famous, which is followed both in North India and South India, we took that version. Even in that version, there are many differences, but then we stick to one version. Then we thought we will take that. And whenever a devotee has some doubt that this name is there, can we get the meaning of that? They can email to us, and we will reply to that email that the meaning, the vyutpatti or etymology of that word, we will send that. So we will help in whatever way possible from our side. So when we see this Ashtottara, we can categorize this Ashtottara in different manner. So this is some like the Adhyatma Parani Namani, where you can see Adhyatma in that, spiritual aspect you can find in the name. We can also find the names which are related to the body. We can see the names which are related to the something which they are holding in the body or holding in a hand. I will explain all those things. Then there will be some names which are which express the relationships. Then some names which are like miscellaneous. So when we see this Adhyatma Parani Namani, you will find the name where you will find the spiritual aspect in that name, which is connecting to the higher self or like Parabrahman. See, those names we have listed here, these are just an indicative list. This is not a comprehensive list. When we go to the Ashtottara Shata, when we start discussing Ashtottara Shatanama, we'll see that sometimes even the names which does not come under this list, they too sometimes express the spiritual aspect of the name. So these are some examples like Akalmashaha, Achyutaha, Ajaha, Adhyakshaha, Avyayaha, etc. are the names which directly indicate the spiritual aspect. Then there are some names which are connected to the bodily features, like connected to the bodily parts, like Ekadanta. It speaks about the one teeth. Gajanana speaks about the head of elephant. Then Chaturbhuja speaks about four hands. Jatila speaks about Kesha, the hairs. Lambodara speaks about the stomach or belly. Vakratunda speaks about the trunk. Shri Kantha speaks about the throat. We'll see more in detail when we take each and every name. Then we have Grihita Vastu Sambadhani Namani, where Ganapati holds something in his hand or in his body. Like Ikshuja Badhrit holds the bow made up of the sugar cane. Utpalakaraha holds the lotus in his hand. Gadi holds Gada, mace in his hand. Chakri holds the discus in his hand, like this. Okay. Yeah, there's one question someone has asked, what does spiritual aspect mean? So it's like Parabrahman, there's a concept called Parabrahman concept. Okay. So whatever we are seeing this, there is one super energy beyond that. Okay, which is controlling whole of this universe or which is disciplining whole of this universe. Instead of calling controlling, because we don't have the concept called controlling in Indian system, it would be better to call that disciplining whole of the universe. So there is one power. If we take from the Advaita Vedanta concept, it says the Atma within us, the self within us, and there is one whole self that is nothing but one. So this concept of oneness, the concept of a super energy which is disciplining the whole universe. So that concept, Adhyatmam, which we call, where we discuss about the concept which is beyond life, that's called spiritual aspect. Adhyatma, which speaks about the Atma. It's very difficult to translate the word Atma into English because there is no equal word for Atma in English. Though there are some words which are used as a translation for it, like spirit, soul, and all. But none of these actually is a direct translation for these words. Somehow, to make people understand, we sometimes translate the word Atma as spirit or soul, something like that. But here, Atma is called as self. That's also not the pure translation, but it's also called as self. So where there is a discussion about self, who am I, where I am coming from, Where will I go? Where will I belong to? This type of question, the concept which answers this type of question is called spiritual study. Okay. I hope I answered your question. Yeah, it's also called as consciousness. Then there are some names which indicate the relationship between Ganesha and someone, like Gauri Putra, the relationship with Gauri, the Parvati. Dvaimatura, relationship with two mothers. Shakti Sanyuta, how is connected with Shakti. Sharvatanaya, Sharva means Shiva, the son of Shiva. Skandagraja, the brother of Agraja. Mushaka Vahana, connected with the Mushaka, that is rat. So these are different uh, means names which indicate the relationship of Ganesha. Then there are many other names which may not come in these four categories. Those we have put here. Maybe sometimes, yeah, Vidvat Priya and all comes under relationship also. There are some names which we can put under relationship or somewhere else, but then we have to explain those things. That we will do. We'll see how it works. Okay. So we will start with the first name which we find in the version which we had taken. There are many versions, as I have mentioned earlier. So the version which we have taken, based on that, we will have this whole discussion, the 5 days, 1.5 hours daily. The very first name which we find in the most famous version of Ashtottara is Vinayakaya Namaha. Om, Om Vinayakaya Namaha. Namaha means prostrations. Nama Prahvatve. There is one root called Namu Prahvatve, where you bow yourself. The head, you bow the head in front of somebody. That is called Namaha. Okay. Whenever this term Namaha comes, you might have seen that Aya, these type of words you will see. Vinayakaya Namaha, Govindaya Namaha, Achyutaya Namaha, Keshavaya Namaha, Ganeshaya Namaha, Lambodharaya Namaha. This Aya, Aya, Aya. What is this Aya? This actually, in English, if you want to say, it's a dative case of any word. Okay. So whenever this Namaha comes, Chaturthi Vibhakti is used. There are 7 cases. Prathama, Dvitiya, Tritiya, Chaturthi, Panchami, Shashti, Saptami. These are the 7 cases. Of these 7 cases, the Chaturthi case is used whenever the word Namaha is used. So everywhere, as I mentioned, Vinayakaya Namaha, Govindaya Namaha, Lambodharaya Namaha, Ganeshaya Namaha, Aya, Aya, Aya. This is, whenever this sound comes, Aya sound, it's dative case. That's Chaturthi Vibhakti. Okay. So here also you can see Vinayaka. When the Namaha word came, we are saying Vinayakaya Namaha. So word Vinayaka is derived as Vishishtaha Nayakaha Vinayakaha, who is an eminent leader. Nayakaha, who leads. Nayati, who takes forward. Nayakaha is the one who takes forward. Vishishtaha Nayakaha means one who takes somebody in a very proficient manner, in a very eminent manner. That's the eminent leader. We have this concept called leadership in management and all, no? So there the the huge list of leadership is given, that how should be a leader. So there's explanation that leader should be he should have very good qualities in him. He should have empathy. So all the life skills, 10 life skills, which which WHO mentions. Oh, sorry. There is a list of 10 life skills. So those life skills are to be known by the leader. So these are the concepts which we find. Anyway, that's a modern concept. But Vinayaka word means Vishishtaha Nayaka, one who has all these quality in him and one who leads from the front. That is called Vinayaka, Vishishtaha Nayaka. So let us prostrate to that eminent leader who is Vinayaka, Vinayakaya Namaha. The word Vinayaka also has another etymology. The term V is called is also known, the meaning of the word V is also Pakshi, that is the birds. Vinayaka, when we say Vinayaka, V Pakshi Rupaha, Vihi Pakshi Rupaha, V means bird, Jivaughaha, Tannetritvad Vinayakaha. There is one text, there is one Bhashya, commentary for Sahasranama Stotram, Ganesh Sahasranama Stotram. There is one Khadyota commentary. The name of the commentary is Khadyota. Okay. In that commentary, there is the mention of this word called Vinayaka. There is in the Sahasranama Stotra, we find this name Vinayaka. For that, because there is one rule. When you speak about Sahasranama, you cannot have two words with same meanings. You know what I mean? Because you are saying Sahasranama. We are speaking about 1,000 names. If it means, if every name means same, then it is not 1,000 names. It is one name you are repeating again and again with different words. So according to the niyama or rules, if you want to call, or norms of Sahasranama, all names should have different meaning. Okay, that is one niyama. So based on that niyama, if we say Vinayaka, if there might be some other name where there is there may be the mention of some word which also means eminent leader. So to keep two names different with different meaning, we also have the process of showing the different etymology for that. For Vinayaka, we are showing another etymology. V means that bird. Okay. So Nayaka means one who is the leader of the world, one who leads the team of birds. Now there is one concept in Sanskrit called Upalakshana. Okay. That we have to apply at some places. Upalakshana means I'll explain it with the example. Kakebhyo dadhirakshatam. There is one phrase called Kakebhyo dadhirakshatam. Now, what happens? I remember one beautiful thing which happened in our hostel when I was in hostel. So just let me put that thing first. Some of the students were living in the hostel. So some were seniors, some were juniors. We were living together in the room. Okay. So once one person kept the milk to boil. Okay. And he asked another person who was performing Sandhya Vandana that please keep watching the milk. Please keep watching the milk. That's all he said. His intention was to make that person informed that if the milk boils and comes out, please switch it off. But then that person took it very, what is a literal meaning he took to watch the milk, and he was just watching the milk. That's all. Now, Upalakshana, what it means. Now I will come to another example. So that milk got boiled and it fell down. And when that person came and asked, why I asked you to watch the milk, why didn't you switch it off? Then that person said, you asked me to watch the milk. You never asked me to switch off the gas when it boils. So the thing here is, there is another small instance which there is one more small phrase which I mentioned, Kakebhyo dadhirakshatam. So mother keeps the curd upstairs and asks the son to please protect that curd from the crows, because crow come and eat the curd. Now that son understood that mother means to say, whatever other animal comes, I must protect the curd from those animals. So understanding which is not told is called Vinayak, is called Upalakshana. Sorry. Understanding what is not told is called Upalakshana. So when we say Pakshi, so it does not mean only Pakshi. Pakshi has a life in it. So whatever in this world, whatever consists of life, whatever has life, So Vinayaka, Vinam Nayakaha, this person with the elephant head, he's Vinam Nayaka, means he's the leader of the birds, which means he's the leader of all the existing living beings. That's what here the meaning actually comes from this word called Vinayaka. Vinayaka also means Garuda. Garuda, you might be knowing, eagle, because eagle is called as the king of the birds. So Vinam Nayakaha. V means birds. Nayaka means leader. The leader of birds is called Vinayaka. So even the Garuda, the eagle, is also called as Vinayaka. Buddha is also known as Vinayaka. Gautama Buddha is also named as Vinayaka because he was also a leader and he was also a Vishishta Nayaka. But the word Vinayaka is famous for Ganapati because of several reasons. Okay. The reasons which I have already mentioned. Anyway, we'll move forward and we will understand why he is called Vinayaka. There's one question by Nikhilji. He says the prefix V is also used negatively in some context. Yeah, it is used. Like Vigataha Nayakaha Vinayakaha. That also we can say. One who has no Nayaka, who is beyond the Nayakas, Vigataha Nayaka, from whom the Nayakas are lost. Yeah, V is also, sometimes it is also used in a negative manner. Okay. But depends upon the words which we are using. Virodha, there, Virodha, the word Virodha is there. There also the V is there. It's used in negative context. But actually to see, Virodha is like Rodha. Rodha means to block. Virodha is to unblock. So sometimes even when we go into in depth, we understand that negativeness also becomes positive. But we have to dig into those words. Depends upon the words which we are using. Anyway, thank you for bringing this. No, so bird here represents all. Yes, bird here represents all the living beings. When we are speaking about Lord Ganesha, in the word Vinayaka, the word V means birds. That means all the living beings. Okay. No, I said Chaturthi, not seventh case. I said fourth case. Ravi Shankarji, I think you missed that part. I had said fourth case, Chaturthi Vibhakti. Chaturthi means seventh. Fourth, sorry. Okay. So we have covered Vinayaka here. Om Vinayakaya Namaha. Let that Lord Vinayaka protect all of us. And second name is Om Vighnarajaya Namaha. Vighnarajaya Namaha. The word Raja, let us first understand the word Raja. Again, Ranja Rage. Prajaha Ranjayati iti Raja. One who cherishes his subjects is called Raja. Raja does not mean boss, because many times the word Raja is also translated as boss in the modern context. But the word Raja means one who cherishes his subject, one who does not control, but he cherishes his subjects. That person is called Raja. Okay. So, Vighne Rajate. Also, there is another meaning. Sorry, I forgot that meaning. Rajra Deeptam, one who shines, is also called Raja. One who shines is also called Raja. So see here, we have Vighna Raja means the overruler of the obstacles or difficulties. This is the English meaning. Now let us go into the etymologies, which will give us the clear picture of the word. Vighne Rajate, Vighnanam Rajava is called Vighna Rajaha. One who shines between the obstacles. Means there are a lot of obstacles, but he never worries about those obstacles, but he overcomes those obstacles. He has the power to win over those obstacles. That's why he is called as Vighna Raja. Vighne Rajate, who shines between the obstacles. Vignanam Raja, who has the control over the obstacles, who overrules the obstacles, who rules the obstacles. Means he has both the capacities. He can give the obstacles wherever required. He can take away the obstacles. Means when he finds that this person needs to be given the obstacle, means Vighna need to be given to make him understand the spirituality or understand his Atman. So sometimes those obstacles are given by the Ganapati. But when you get the bhakti, those Vignas are taken away from him. So both type of experiences we can have in our life when we have that bhakti. When we lose the bhakti, the Vigna comes by itself. When we again attain the bhakti, all those Vignas go away. Because why this is given or taken away is to make ourselves understand that this body is not ours. And this world is, whatever we are seeing, is only partially true. It's not the final truth. There is something else beyond that. To reach that level, sometimes the beatings are required. See, when we want to teach our children, we either scold them, we either beat them, or we teach them in a very lovingly. We teach them with affectionate. We take different approaches to teach our child or teach our students. So similar approach Lord also takes. So sometimes he gives the trouble to make us understand the self, to make us get virakti from this materialistic world, to make us get away from kama, krodha, lobha, moha, mada, matsara, all the six, the enemies of ourselves. So these are the various reasons why he is called Vignanam Raja. There is one beautiful shloka given in the Bhashya, that is Khadyota Bhashya, which I explained earlier. Vignair virajate tesham Raja Vignasya Vignakaha Bhaktadhinascha Raja cha Vignarajas tato mataha. Vignair virajate. He shines off obstacles. Because there are obstacles, he takes away the obstacles, so he shines. So that's why he is Vignaraja. Vignanam Raja, Vignaraja. So he is giving different etymologies and explaining that. Vignanam Raja, who is the lord of all the obstacles. Vignasya Vignakaha, who create obstacle for the obstacles. He is also Vignaraja. Bhaktadhinascha Rajacha, who is submissive to all the devotees, is called Vignaraja. So these are the different etymologies given by Khadyotakara in his Bhashya called Khadyota. So I think that you all understood what is the meaning of the term Vignaraja, and let that Vignaraja protect all of us. Om Vignarajaya Namaha. The next name is, third name, Gauri Putraya Namaha. It's a very famous name, and we all know the story about Gauri Putra. Still, I would like to render that story to make, if anybody who doesn't know the story, they can understand or know this story about Gauri Putra. Gauri Putra means the son of Gauri. There is another etymology. Gauri Putrastu Pullokat Parvatya Api Tarakaha. One who protects Parvati from the from the Naraka called Put. There is one Naraka. There are different layers of Naraka. So there is one Naraka called Put. One who protects from that Loka is called Putra or Putri. Okay. So Gauryav Putraha, Gauri Putraha. So according to the Puranas, especially in the Shiva Purana, it is the story we find in Shiva Purana. Shiva used to travel out of the home, out of Kailasa, and he used to return only after 12 years. Then stay for some time at Kailasa, again go for travel, and come back after 12 years. That we find in the various Puranas. Now, reason why he travels for 12 years and all, that I'm sorry, I'm still need to explore that part. But he travels for 12 years, maybe because of the Kumbha or something. Now, the story here is once Shiva went for travel, during that time, Gauri was alone at home, and because husband was not here, she started feeling lonely. So she thought that I must have somebody who can make me feel that I am not alone here. So what she did, she applied Chandana Lepa to all of her body. During those times, the people used to apply Chandana and then remove Chandana while bathing, while taking bath. Now she applied the Chandana throughout the body. While removing Chandana, what happened? The cells, there are cells which present in the body, those got attached to that Chandana, and she removed all the Chandana and created a beautiful sculpture. As she was the knower of Tantrika Vidya, through the Tantra, she inserted the prana in that sculpture. And it took a very beautiful shape of a boy with life. Okay. Now, once, so she used to play with that boy, she used to love that boy. She considered that boy as her own son. Now, this is a story which starts from here. Okay. Now, once, after 12 years, once she was taking bath, and during those time they didn't have the doors. So she asked Ganapati to protect the door. She asked Ganapati not to allow anybody inside the door. So while doing that, Ganapati was doorkeeper. He was keeping the door and assuring that nobody enters that door. While doing that, Shiva comes. After 12 years, Shiva comes. Now, when he comes, he sees that somebody is blocking him from entering the door. Though he tried many ways to convince that boy that I am the husband of Parvati, I stay at this home, though I came after 12 years, I was traveling, Ganapati was not ready to, that boy was not ready to listen this Shiva. Because he said that mother's order is final for me. Now she has ordered me to stay here. Whatever let happen, I am not going to leave this place. I am blocking everybody who will come here and will not leave anybody to enter this house. Shiva got angry. He took his trident and just cut the head of that boy. Now Parvati gets to know that her loving son is dead now. She was very angry. Full of anger, she started fighting with Shiva that if you want to enter the house, if you want food today, you have to bring this boy back to life. Now Shiva said, if someone who has dead, his life cannot be brought back. How can I do that? But she was not ready to listen. I don't know, you have to do this. Unless you do that, you will not get the entry into the house or you will not get any food today. Now Shiva started thinking what to do. Then he ordered his ganas. Shiva has different types of people around him. They are called ganas, troops. Okay, Bhutagana and all. So those Shiva asked those gana to go and find a head of the person who is lying on the north side of on the north direction. They all searched, and finally they got to see that one beautiful elephant calf was lying towards the north. They cut the head of that elephant and brought to the Shiva. Then Brahma came, attached the head to the body of the what, that boy, and gave the life to the boy. Now, this is the story about this Gauri Putra. Till now, he was Gauri Putra, now he became Shiva Putra. So, till Shiva came and cut the head and attached the new head, till that time, he was only Gauri Putra. Now, he became Shiva Putra also. So, this is the story about how Ganapati became the son of Gauri. Okay, this is a very famous story, all might be knowing. So let that Gauri Putra protect all of us. Om Gauri Putraya Namaha. Om Ganeshwaraya Namaha. The next name is Ganeshwara. Gananam Ishwaraha Ganeshwaraha. Now, as in previous name, while we were discussing about Gauri Putra, we got a term called Ganas. So one who is leading that Gana is called Ganeshwara. Sorry, there is some mistake in this slide. The meaning should be one who is a leader of the Ganas, leader of the troop. Okay. Gananam Ishwaraha Ganeshwaraha. Okay, one was the leader of that troop. But that is not the only meaning. See, you will find another meaning in Bhashya. Viyadadi prapanchasya samuho gana uchyate tadatmakas tadishascha tena devo Ganeshwaraha. This is the explanation given in Khadyota Bhashya. Viyadadi prapanchasya. Viyat means Akasha. Okay. So Akasha, Jalam, water, all the five elements. Whatever consists of these five elements means everything, all of the universe is called Gana. Okay. The leader of that Gana, the one who is in all these, and one who is the leader of all these, is called Ganeshwara. Okay. There's another explanation given in Brahma Puranam, which says Avyaktadayaha Tattvaganaha Brahmadyaha Devataganaha Annadayaha Brahmaganaha Smrtaha Evam Tridha Ganaha Ganatmakaha Tadishascha Tena Devo Ganeshwaha. Okay. There is a commentary called Khadyota for Sahasranama Stotra. Okay. So Avyaktadyaha Tattvaganaha. The different types of ganas in Brahma Purana, there is explanation of different types of ganas. Avyaktadyaha Tattvaganaha, Brahmadyaha Devataganaha, Annadayaha Brahmaganaha, Smrtaha. Even Tridhagana. There are three types of ganas explained. Okay. Avyaktadyaha Tattvagana. There are Avyakta, there are a team of Avyakta and all. Avyakta Yanamaha, Avyaya Yanamaha, Kevala Yanamaha. Such a huge team which explains the spiritual aspects. Okay, Tattva Ganaha. So there's a set of that. Gana also means set. Then Brahmadyaha Devata Ganaha. There's a group of Devatas, gods. Okay, that's another set. Another set or group, Annadayaha Brahmaganaha. The food, water, and all, whatever exists, materialistic world. So you can see there are three: Adhibhautika, Adhidaivika, and Adhyatmika. There's a concept in Indian knowledge which we find: Adhidaivika, Adhibhautika, and Adhyatmika. Adhidaivika means physical world. Okay. Adhidaivika means which is connected to the gods. Adhyatmika is spiritual world. Okay, beyond all these is called spiritual world. Okay, or which is connected to the self. All these three you can see in these three types of ganas. Avyaktadyaha are Adhyatmika gana. Okay, Brahmadyaha are Adhidaivika gana. Annadyaha are Adhibhautika gana. Whatever we are seeing, like this mouse, if you can see, I don't think it can be seen. It's a mouse. Then we have water bottle, we have laptop, we have mobiles, We have tables, chairs, fans, all these things. We have food, dosa, idli. We have water, we have juices, everything. The trees, birds, animals, human beings, everything come under Annadhyaha Brahmaganaha. Everything come under this Brahmagana. Then we have another level which is called Devatagana, where we speak about the gods, Brahma, Vishnu, Indra, Shiva, Ganesha, and all. That's another level. That level is Brahmagana. That level is called Devatagana. Sorry, Devatagana. Then there is another level where you speak about self and Parabrahman, Paravidya, and all, where we speak about knowledge, the highest level of knowledge. So all these come under the Gana called Tattva Gana. One who has a control, or one who leads these three Ganas is called Ganeshwara. Ganana Ishvara. Now you are asking us, there is one question came from Nikhil ji again. So the thing is, the question which he has asked is a spiritual question. Okay. So the question which he has, I'll put that question in front of all of you. We said that Shiva also has the epithet of Ganeshwara. For example, in the Rudram, he is termed as Ganebhyo Ganapatibhyascha. Can we think of it as Shiva passing on these responsibilities to Ganesha post his birth, or they both rule the Ganas? Okay. When we are speaking about, see, every word has a spiritual meaning too. Whatever word we are saying. Ganapati, you might have seen that there are 18 Puranas. We have Shiva Purana, we have Srimad Bhagavata Purana, we have Linga Purana, we have Skanda Purana. In all these Puranas, if you read these Puranas, you will find that all these gods are kept at the top. They say from these gods, everything got created. Now we are here speaking Ganesha as Parabrahman. Okay? Because of the bhakti, yes, every bhakta see the Parabrahman in different forms. Ye yatha mam prapadyante tans tathaiva bhajamyaham. In Bhagavad Gita, Sri Krishna says, whoever sees in me, in whatever form, I present myself to that person in that form. Okay. Parabrahma is one, but I need some form to invoke that Lord. I need some form to worship that Lord, that the Parama, what do you say, the higher entity which we speak. I want to invoke or worship that Lord. So what I will do, I give that one form to it. So the Ganapati which we are seeing is just a form of that supreme Lord. Okay, that supreme truth. Okay, when we say Ganeshwara, it's that supreme truth. Shiva also is that supreme truth. Ganesha is also supreme truth. Vishnu is also a supreme truth. Okay, that's a spiritual level. Okay, so when we say Ganeshwara, we are seeing that supreme truth. The Ganeshwara word you will find even sometimes when we speak about Vishnu, when we speak about other gods also, Ganeshwara word will come to all of these. Ganeshwara we are speaking about the supreme truth here. Okay, so when we are saying that we are chanting Ganesha Ashtottara Shatanama, we are chanting, keeping the form of the elephant-headed Ganapati, but we are actually worshipping the Supreme Lord. Okay. I hope I gave the answer. Okay. So, Om Shri Ganeshwaraya Namaha. Let Lord Ganeshwara protect all of us. Om Skandagrajaya Namaha. So now this is showing the relationship. Skandasya agrajaha, skandagrajaha. Skanda means Kartikeya. In Tamil Nadu, we call him Murugan. In some places, he's also called as Ayyappan, Shatta. There are different names. Shanmukha, Kartikeya, Shanmaturaha. So there are different names. Ganesha is believed to be the elder brother of Skanda. There is another etymology possible here, because in South India we call Ganesha as the elder brother of Skanda, but in North India there is a belief that Skanda is the elder brother of Ganapati. So in that case, the etymology will change. Skandaha agrajaha yasya saha. Now, one etymology which we gave is Skandasya agrajaha. One who is, that's the beauty of Sanskrit language, you know. The one word will give several meanings. So whatever meaning you want to have, you can have from that word. Not in all, but there's a possibility of having different meanings from a single word. The Skanda agraja can give two meanings to us. One is Skandasya agrajaha, one who is a elder brother of Skanda, Kartikeya, Shan or Murugan. Another etymology is Skandaha agrajaha yasya saha, one whose elder brother is Skanda. One who is the elder brother of Skanda, one whose elder brother is Skanda. So these two etymologies are possible. Our goal is to explain Lord Ganapati. Let he be the younger brother or elder brother, does not matter. Okay. We want to call him somehow with different names. So Skanda Grajaya Namaha. So one who is the elder brother of Skanda or one who is the younger brother of Skanda, both are fine. So there are two meanings. I hope these two meanings are understood. One meaning is elder brother of Skanda. Another meaning of the same word is younger brother of Skanda. Okay. Skandasya agrajaha, Skandaha agrajaha yasya saha. Okay. Then we'll go to the next name. Before that, Om Skandagrajaya Namaha. Let Skandagraja protect all of us. Next is Avyayaya Namaha. I'm sorry, I think by mistake I told Ayyappan. I'm sorry. Yeah. Om Avyayaya Namaha. Avyayaya Namaha. Nasti Vyayo Yasya, where there is no Vyaya in him. Okay. Now what is Vyaya? Vyaya means perish, to perish. Okay. Avyaya means which does not get perished, imperishable. Okay. Not liable to change, which does not change. Nasti Vyayo Yasya Avyayo Nasharahityat. Because there is no perishing of that thing. That is called Avyaya. Now this is a spiritualist, which is not applicable to the living beings, which is beyond something which is the materialistic or beyond something which is in the world, in this world. Okay. So what are the changes? There are 6 types of changes mentioned in our Indian texts. Asti, Jayate, Vardhate, Parinamate, Kshiyate, Nashyati. Asti means which exists. From that which takes birth. Sorry, Jayate should come before Asti. There is some misplacement. Jayate, Asti, Vardhate, Parinamate, Kshiyate, Nashyati. Okay. Jayate means which takes birth. Okay. Which takes birth. Asti means after taking birth, which exists, which stays. After that, which grows. See, these are changes happening. When child takes birth, then he stays. Then he slowly starts growing. Then while the growth happens, there are many changes happening in voice, in eyes, in height. Lots of changes are happening. Then gradually, after growing, it starts declining. Kshayaha, getting old. Then there are wrinkles on the face. There's a bending in the body. There's a problem related to the teeth get fallen. So kshiyate. Then gradually nashaha, dies. Okay, these are the changes which we see in every being. Okay, jayate, asti, vardhate, parinamate, kshiyate, nashyati. Takes birth, exists, grows, changes, means in change in form, changes, declines, and dies or perishes. So these are the changes which we are speaking when we are speaking about avyayaya namaha. You will not find these changes in the Lord Ganapati. That's why he is called avyayaya namaha. When we are saying Lord Ganapati here, we are speaking about Parabrahman. Okay, we are speaking the eternal, we are speaking about the eternal truth, the supreme being. One who is not subjected to these changes is called avyaya. Om avyayaya namaha. Let avyaya protect all of us. Om putaya namaha. Puta means pure. Pui pavane. It is derived from a root called Pui Pavane. Pavanam means to cleanse. Okay. In Ayurveda also we find Danta Pavana. There is a word called Danta Pavana. In Ayurvedic texts, if you just go and read Ayurvedic texts like Charaka Sushruta and Ashtanga Hridaya, you will find for toothbrush or tooth stick, they use the word called Danta Pavana, one which cleanses the teeth. Okay, Danta Pavana. For present day toothbrush, we can call Danta Pavana. So Pumi Pavane is the root word. To that root word, there is a suffix called kta. When that is added, it becomes Puta. Puta means one who is cleansed, who is clear, who is pure, who is bright. Okay. So how this can be connected with Lord Ganapati? So we say one who is avidyadi dosha rahitaha. There are many doshas. There are many, what do you say, impurities like avidya. Avidya means not having, in ignorance. Not having ignorance. No? Avidya means ignorance. Avidya means ignorance. One who is without ignorance is Puta. One who is cleansed of all the ignorance is called Puta. So there is one question here. When Lord Ganesha is Avyaya, why do they say Lord Shiva killed Ganesha in the story when he was born? It's not. I think I have answered this question. Anyway, I will answer it again. There's a question by Annapurnaji. When Lord Ganesha is Avyaya, why do they say Lord Shiva killed Ganesha in the story? When he was born, is he not considered Parabrahma Swarupa? See, Parabrahma takes different forms, avataras. Like we say, Parabrahma took the avatara of first initially. I think I have to start from the uh, initial stage. See, once upon a time, there was nothing in this universe. There was only one supreme being. Okay, this according to Upanishads, I am saying this. There was only supreme beings. Now, supreme being felt that I am alone and I must have something to play with. Okay, so he converts himself into different forms. Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesha converts himself into different forms. That supreme being has no form, no what do you say? No qualities, no means no form, no qualities, no action, nothing. But he has the power of doing action. He has the power of making self in, converting into forms, giving the attribute to the self. He had that power. He has that power. Okay. So that supreme being converts the self into different forms called Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesha. Okay. Now, when we are speaking about the Ganesha whose head got cut, that Ganesha is not a supreme being. That Ganesha, because in Bhagavad Gita also Krishna says, if I start feeling myself as a supreme being and don't do the actions which need to be done, which need to be followed, then all the people in this world will start following me, and they will also start stopping doing their duties. So I do have to do the duty when I come to this earth, when I take the avatara. Though I am a supreme being, but still I do have to do the duties. Similarly, the Parabrahman took the form of the Ganapati. So whatever happens in this world, he also has to face it. Now, when we are discussing this, I think initially when the session started, many of you were not there. So when we speak about Ashtottara, in Ashtottara we have different categories. Some category of names speak only about this Parabrahman part. Okay, some names speak only about Parabrahman part. Some names speak about the relationship with materialistic world. There are three levels of understanding these names. One is Adhidaivika, one is Adhibhautika, that's physical world. Second level is Adhibhautika, where we speak the God as a uh, Daivik form, the form of gods. There is another level called Adhyatmika, where we speak about Parabrahman concept. Okay, when when we are discussing about the name called Gauri Putra, at that time we were discussing about the physical being. Okay, we were not speaking about the level of Parabrahman. Adhyatmika level we were not speaking. So there are different names, so different understandings will be there. I hope I answered the question. If not, maybe we will take it later also. Every day we will be discussing this again and again. This will come. This question will be repeating. I know that. So we will take that. So Putaya Namaha. We were discussing about Putaya Namaha. One who is free from defects like ignorance. So this again, this name is Adhyatmika level. Okay. Who is free from defects like ignorance. Okay. Now we will move to next name. Om Bhutaya Namaha. Let Bhuta protect all of us. Om Dakshaya Namaha. Daksha. One who is capable. Daksha word is very famous. We have heard many times from different sources. We might have heard about this. So Daksha name is famous. But still, there are different meanings which we can take from this word Daksha. Those we will see now. Dakshate Srishti pravrutthaye samartho bhavati iti dakshaha. One who becomes capable of creating the universe. That meaning we have seen. Daksha vruddhau. There is one root called Daksha vruddhau. One who always grows, never perishes. That means the one who keeps growing. The level, see, Brahma word also means Brihat, one who is very big. The Brahma, the word Brahma is derived from Brihi, okay, which is very big. So it keeps growing. That's why it's very big. Other meanings which we find in the dictionaries are able, fit, expert, clever, industrious, intelligent. All these qualities you can find in Lord Ganesha. Okay. Jagadrupena Vardhamanatvat, the one who grows in the form of world, like people keep growing, keep taking birth. It keeps growing in different manner. Okay. Sarvakaryani kshipram karoti iti dakshaha. One who does all the activities very fast is also called daksha. One of the qualities of a king also. If you see Arthashastra of Kautilya, in that Arthashastra of Kautilya, there is the list of qualities which need to be found in, which must be there in a king or a minister. One of that is Daksha. Okay. Om Dakshaya Namaha. Let Daksha protect all of us. Next name is Adhyaksha. Om Adhyakshaya Namaha. One who is present everywhere, one who is omnipotent is called Adhyaksha. Adhyakshnoti samantat vyapnoti. One who is there everywhere, one who is present everywhere. Adhyaksha means, this word Adhyaksha you might have heard. Adhyaksha means whenever there is some program, event going on, whenever lecture series are going on, there will be some person who will be present everywhere. I mean, who will be looking after all the lectures and finally giving his comment. So he's looking the all, or he's listening all the lectures, who is looking everyone. He's called Adhyaksha. He's a chief. Okay. So Ganesha is also called Adhyaksha because he looks, as a Parabrahman, he looks all the entities, everything going on, all the actions of the world. He keeps the note of all the actions of the world. He keeps the note of everything. He is at the height, so he sees everything. Adhyaksho Ikshita Niyanta Swami Adhishthata Cha. The one who looks upon everything, one who regulates or governs is the, or one that is the master. Okay. What is Swami? The word Swami. So here there is a word Swami. So I thought of explaining that word. Swam asya asti iti Swami. There are some mistakes in the slide. Okay. Anyway, Swam asya asti iti Swami. One who has something which belongs to him. Okay. So the belonging, everything which belongs to Ganapati. So he is a Swami of whole Jagat, or whole Brahmanda, or whole existence. Okay, that's what it says. In Shvetashvatara Upanishad, there is a, which speaks about the Parabrahman. It says, Eko Devaha, there is only one God, Sarva Bhuteshu Gudhaha, who is existing in a secret form in all the bhutas, all Panchamahabhutas. Panchamahabhutas, 5 elephant. Don't take bhuta as a spirit, because many of the translators, they translate the word bhuta as spirit. Spirit means the negative spirits and all, negative, positive, whatever spirits. But no, here the word bhuta does not mean spirit. It means elements, the 5 elements: space, air, water, fire, earth, these elements. So one Lord who exists in a secret form, in an invisible form, in all these bhutas, who is sarvavyapi, who extends himself into all, okay, who is there everywhere, sarvavyapi, omnipresent, sarva bhutantaratma, who is there in all bhuta as atma, like we have one atma, that is Lord Ganesha in us, okay, or that's that supreme being, what we call Karmadhyakshaha, who looks about the duties of all, Sakshi, okay, Karmadhyaksha, who is the chief of all the duties of the beings, Sakshi, who sees, okay, Kevalaha, who is one, and Nirgunaha, who has no attributes of the self, no qualities, no attributes of the self. He has no color, he has no form, he has no weight, nothing. There are 24 qualities given in Nyaya Shastra. If we go and see that qualities, it covers all the qualities of the world. There is nothing which can go beyond that. Till now, nobody got that. Everything can be classified under those 24. So, Nirgunaha. So, he is void of all these gunas, attributes. Okay. So, that Adhyaksha also means head, superintendent, minister. So, that Adhyaksha protect all of us. Om Adhyakshaya Namaha. Then we will move to the next name. Om Dvijapriyaya Namaha. One who is loved by twice born. The people of three varnas. Why they are called twice born? Dvihi jayate iti dvijaha. Dvijanam priyaha. Again here we will find two etymologies. Dvijanam priyaha dvijapriyaha. Dvijaha priyaha yes. Dvijaha priyaha yasya saha dvijapriyaha. Two etymologies possible here. I didn't explain the word Kevala because there is one name for Ganapati as Kevalaya Namaha. So we will discuss Kevala word there. So please remind me because there is one name called Kevala for Ganesha. That's why I specifically didn't take Kevala here. Okay, there is a question in a chat that what is the meaning of this Kevala here? Sakshi Cheta Kevalo Nirgunascha. So I didn't explain the word Kevala because the Kevala word is coming as a name of Ganapati. So we will take that there. Okay. Dvijapriya Yanamaha. Dvijapriya, one who is loved by the twice born. Dvijaha. Again here, as I said, two meanings are possible. Dvijaha Priyaha Yasya Saha. This one. Dvijanam Priyaha. Dvijanam Priyaha means one who is loved by twice born. What is twice born and all we will discuss. Okay. Dvijaha priyaha yasya saha. There's another meaning. The one for whom twice born are beloved. There's another meaning you can see here. The one for whom twice born are beloved. Okay, this is the another meaning. So Dvijaha means, see, here they gave in Yajnavalkya Smriti, there is a definition about the word Dvija. Maturyadagre jayante dvitiyam maunjibandhanat brahmana kshatriya vaishya tasmadete dvija smritaha. Brahmana, kshatriya and vaishya. These are called dvijas. Okay. The reason why they are called dvija is, first they get the birth from the mother's womb. They take birth from mother's womb. After that yajnopavita samskara, when it is done, it is called as punarjanma of that vatu. Okay, so those who do the yajnopavita samskara, they all are called dvijaha. Anybody, whoever let it be. So usually during those times, brahmanas, kshatriyas and vaishyas used to have this samskara, so they all were called as dvijaha. Okay, so that is the definition of dvija. So the one who loves the dvijas and one who is being loved by the dvijas, that dvijapriya, let us go to that dvijapriya. Let us prostrate to that dvijapriya. Om Dvijapriyaya Namaha. So today I have taken 10 names because there were other explanations too. So as it is a first day, if there are some doubts, we will take those. Okay. Then tomorrow we will continue. Tomorrow onwards, we will take more names, maybe 25, 26 names we will be taking easily, because there are some names which are very easy to cross over because they don't need much explanations, which are very well known. Today we saw Skandagrajaya Namaha. It was very easy. We crossed it very easily. We saw Adhyaksha. We crossed it very easily. So there are some names which doesn't need too much of explanation, which are known, very well known names. But there are some names where we will be needing the explanations. So we will see those names tomorrow. Alparam, there is one saying in Sanskritam, Alparambhaha Kshemakaraha. The small beginning is always good beginning. So we had a very small beginning and a very good beginning. It's 7:45. Though we had mentioned that we will have the session till 8 o'clock. Today we will stop at 7:45. Tomorrow onwards, we will have till 8. Maybe sometimes we may go beyond 8, 8, 5, 8, 10 on also. So please bear with me. There are some questions which we will take. Then are the women not included in Dvijapriya? There was a time when even women were uh, given the samskara of this, what do we call, Yajnopavita samskara was done. There was a time. So at that time, they were called as Dvijas. So Dvija, now these days, because Yajnopavita samskara does not happen, we cannot call them Dvija. Aren't Shudras loud? No, it's not like that, that Shudras are not loud. As we see, please see all the names. Okay. In all the names, you'll find that Lord, the Atma of the Lord is there in everybody. These are some names which some bhakta gave that name. So that name is there. Okay. It does not mean he does not love Shudras. Vijayapriya, see, when we should see the namas as whole, the names as whole. 108 names we have to see. Okay, just taking one name and starting saying that whether this does not happen, that does not happen, may not give the correct picture of Lord Ganapati. Okay. Enjoyed. Okay. If I can get a PDF. Yes, I think Vyoma will provide PDF. I request Sahana ji to please provide the PDF to all the participants. They are asking for PDF.
Sure, sir. We'll upload it by today.
Okay. If there are any questions, we'll take. And sorry for, because some slides I saw that there suddenly it got changed. I don't know why. There were corrections made, but then still those those got disturbed. Tomorrow we'll have some correct slides. Okay. So if there are any questions, we'll take, or else please keep chanting these 10 names till tomorrow with the meanings in the mind, whatever meanings we have discussed. Because with the meanings, it is always preferable that name, we should feel the meaning of the name while we are chanting. That really gives a lot of benefits. Just by chanting the names, the person who is ignorant about the meaning, for them phala is there. It's not that they don't get phala. But even after knowing the meaning, if we don't indulge ourselves in thinking about that meaning, then the benefit we may not get the benefit if we are focusing on the benefit. Phala, we should not focus on the phala when we chant the name of the Lord Ganapati with the bhakti. But in case if some phala is required, because we are human beings, we are in this world, and it's not wrong to have phala. It's not wrong to seek for phala. Even there are different mantras which teach us that we must have desires, but every desire must follow dharma in it, must have dharma in it. If desire has no dharma, then that desire is not preferable. There are some questions. Sorry for going back to the earlier question. If there are some qualities that Parabrahma needs to take forth for us to be able to identify, then so there will be a distinction in all the qualities that they are also addressed by. Is this an appropriate way of thinking about? Sahanaji, can we just unmute Nikhilji so that I can understand his question better?
Sure, sir.
Okay. Those who have to leave, they can leave. It's not a problem because we have finished the class for today. Just questions I am taking now. Sahasranamavali explanations we have not done yet. We have just had a chanting classes that you can access from Vyoma. But maybe in future years, we will plan to have the explanation of Ganesha Sahasranamavali. Bhashyam means commentary. As I said, Bhashyam means commentary. which discusses about the details of the terms, details of the lines. Okay, that's called bhashya, commentary. PDF to all 108 names. Nikhil ji,
Yeah,
please ask
namaste.
your question.
Namaste. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Namaste.
Yeah, thank you so much. It's been really beneficial. I guess the way I was thinking about this is that you mentioned that in essence, all the forms are an expression of Parabrahman, and if we are able to, and therefore, Devata Upasana is one way of getting closer to that reality. But because we are not able to conceptualize a form without qualities, without anything, we get into Upasana of a particular form which we are attracted towards.
Right.
Right. And so in that sense, but there will still be distinctive qualities to each of these devatas, right? In the sense that there will be some aspects that they will control vis-a-vis somebody else will do something
Yes,
else,
yes, yes,
and the phala for upasana of each deity will also be different
yes,
to
yes,
that extent.
yes.
But ultimately, they will give us the experience of that if we go deep enough.
Correct, exactly. Yes.
Thank you. Yeah, that's what I wanted.
Okay. The name of the commentary, Ashtottara Shatanamavali commentary, we don't find actually, but there is one book which you can refer. In Kindle, I got one book while I was searching. I don't exactly name. Let me tell you the name. Which might be useful if somebody wants to go. Means, but the commentary there is very, means it's not complete thing. I don't exactly remember the name. It's Vigneshwara Ashtottara Shatanama Stotra by Kaushik. I will type that. So Vigneshwara Ashtottara Shatanama Stotra by Kaushik. In Kindle, it's available. I don't know whether the hard copy of that is available in Amazon. Now, that's also a good book with English explanations. But there is no specific commentary written by ancient scholars as means as per my understanding, because there are many versions of Ashtottara available. As I mentioned earlier in the beginning of the session, there are many versions of Ashtottara available. So it was very difficult to write a commentary for specific thing. But now we have begun. Let's see if we can do something. Any other questions? In that case, we'll wind up for today. I will chant the verse which we started in the beginning. I'll pray the Lord. Yes, Gomati ji. Can we allowed to talk? Yes. Yes, Gomati ji, you can speak now. Unmute yourself, please. I think there is some. Sahana ji?
Yes, sir, I'm trying to ask her unmute, but she's not.
Maybe by mistake she raised her hand. Anyway, no problem. We'll do Mangala and then we'll take the break. Tomorrow we'll continue. जेतुं यस्त्रिपुरं हरेण हरिणा व्याजाद् बलिं बध्नता स्रष्टुं वारिभवोद्भुवेन भुवनं शेषेण धर्तुं धराम् पार्वत्या महिषासुरप्रमथने सिद्धाधिपैः सिद्धये ध्यातः पञ्चशरेण विश्वजितये पायात् स नागाननः। सर्वेभ्यः पुनर्मिलामः।